What's up, fans? This is Squirp1701, and tonight I am super excited to bring you the Walmart exclusive McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Gold Label Action Comics Superman. Yes, this is basically a repaint of Action Comics 1000 Superman that we got a few years ago, but there are a lot of unique differences in this figure that may make it worth picking up for you. And stick with us tonight as we go through those, and I think we'll have a lot of fun. So, taking a look at the packaging, you see that it is in your standard DC Multiverse box. You have the awesome McFarlane Gold Label symbol there, 12 plus. You can see Superman in the box, DC Multiverse Superman. On the top of the box, you do have 22 moving parts and the McFarlane Toys symbol over here to the right. On the right side of the box, you have DC Multiverse, Superman, McFarlane Toys on the bottom. On the left side of the box, you have DC Multiverse, Superman, Action Comics, and then McFarlane Toys down here at the bottom. Again, on the bottom of the box, you just got some credits for the box and a barcode, and this barcode will definitely help you find this toy in the store. If you are having trouble, go ahead, take that, poke that into the Walmart search engine, and you might be able to find him on the shelf. Coming around to the back of the packaging, you have McFarlane Toys up here at the top. You have Superman, Action Comics, and a very nice picture of Clark Kent turning into Superman and flying off, and that is really cool. Coming down to the bottom of the box, you just got a few more credits for the box, and that is basically going to be it for the awesome gold labeled Action Comics Superman. And I don't want to see this awesome figure in the box. I know you don't. So let's get Kal-El out and see how cool the new updates are. And here we have Superman out of the packaging. And out of the packaging, Superman stands at approximately 7 inches tall. He comes with a set of alternate hands, a collector's card, and a cool flight stand, all of which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But first off, I want to take a closer look at the last son of Krypton himself. And taking a closer look at the gold label exclusive Superman, we are also going to bring out the original Action Comics Superman so we can compare them both side by side so we can see what's new and what's not. Now, starting off with the head sculpt is the same. You got the same mold and sculpt and coloring, same expression. Now, I would have loved the new one to have a more happier expression, but that is not what they gave us. The first difference that we are going to see is the neckline, and the neckline is going to be wider over here than it is here because the cape has changed. Let's zoom out so we can see the figures in their entirety and talk about the capes. Now, the new cape is going to be a cloth cape that has nice bendy wire in it, whereas the original cape was just a plastic molded cape. We'll separate these two, turn them around to the back so we can see the capes. Now, the original cape, as you can see, was molded really nice, had like some layers and some waves going in it, but the new cape has this awesome yellow S symbol on it, and I love that when it comes to my Superman figures. I always want to have that yellow S on the back of his cape. In fact, I think it just misses something when he doesn't have that, and it's just, I don't know. Doesn't seem like a true Superman character to me. But anyway, this new cape can, like I said, bend and move all sorts of ways, and it can come in, and I just love the new cloth bendy wired capes that McFarlane is putting out. So that is a cool plus for the new figure. And for the next change is going to be the entirety of the costume, because the new one is painted in a more dark royal blue as opposed to the regular blue over here. The reds are brighter on the new one, and the yellows are brighter on the new one. I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but when you see it in person, you can definitely see that there's a difference in the coloring. And finally, the last difference is going to be the symbol on the chest. Now, the original came with this molded metallic red symbol, which is really huge, covered most of the chest. The new one just has a red metallic typographed symbol, which means it's painted on the chest. So there are pluses and minuses to both of these. I think they both look really, really good. I like the metallic. Some are arguing that they would prefer that the new one have a flat red as opposed to the metallic, so it would match the shorts and the boots. And I guess I could see where that would be okay, but there's something about that metallic red that just pops, I think. And that's going to be your main differences in the new gold labeled Walmart exclusive as opposed to the standard Action Comics Superman. And I really love the updates. I love the new brighter colors. I love the cloth cape, and I love the smaller symbol. Well, actually, I'm torn about the symbols. I like both of them, so either one is good, but definitely love the rest of the updates. All right, and that is what your Superman is going to look like. Moving on. And for our articulation, start at the head. The head can go around 360 degrees. Superman can look down. He can look up. His head can tilt left and right. Got a lot of wiggle waggle there. I like that. Coming back to his cape can go up and down and bend any type of way you want. I love the articulation of the cape. That is a very good feature. Coming down to his shoulders. Shoulders can come up from the body and then back down. They can go around 360 degrees. You do got a bicep rotation, 360 degrees there, coming down to your elbow bend. And that is approximately 90 degrees. I like that. And that will take you down to the McFarland ball jointed wrist, and that will take the hand around 360 degrees, and you can hinge it up and down, in and out, depending on where you have the ball joint set. So that is pretty neat. Coming to the center of the body, Superman does have an abdomen rotation right here, 360 degrees. You also get some wiggly waggly in there, left and right, up and down. That is cool. And that is in addition to his standard 360 degrees waist articulation, which will take you around. And that is just a lot of movement in the center of this figure. Coming down to the legs can go up just a hair, not too much. They can't go back as much either, and they can go out to the side a little bit more than back. So that will bring us to thigh rotation, and there's not really anything there. I wouldn't even say there's any click. I mean, it wiggles and waggles, but I think that's just you moving the joint. Coming down, you do have a double hinged knee bend, and that is good for the whole range. I love that. Coming down, you don't get any more articulation until you reach the foot, and it is on the standard McFarland ankle ball joint. So like the fist, it can go around 360 degrees. It can hinge up and down depending on where the ball joint is fixed. You can kind of wiggle it inside and then outside, but for the most part you're just going to go up and down with that. And when you come down to the bottom of the foot, you do have toe articulation that will get you up a good way, so that is pretty cool. All right, and as a slight addendum to the articulation segment, I did notice when I was reviewing it that there was the butterfly hinge right here on both sides, but I could not get it to move, and I thought that maybe they had glued it down when they added the glue to the cape here. But I decided to add a little bit of heat to it and was able to get it to move around. So that is really nice. He does have a butterfly joint going in and out on both sides. So if you are having trouble with it, add some heat to it. And if that doesn't break it loose, the added heat should be able to let you take the arm out of the socket and then just adjust the joint manually. And that's not really hard, so yeah. All right, just wanted to add that in, and that is going to be Superman's articulation. A lot of it, and I love the fact that his cape can now articulate with the rest of him. Alright, moving on. And for accessories, the only accessories Superman comes with is his alternate hands. Now, he comes with an item holding hand, but he doesn't have any items to hold it, but you can find something for him to hold, I guess. He comes with a fisted hand, which if he wants to fight crime or just have that cool little flying punch pose that he likes to do. And speaking of flying, he does have a set of open flying hands, and those are really cool. So all these alternate hands are going to be your accessories. Moving on. And for comparison, here you have the gold labeled Superman with the DC Essentials Nightfall Batman, the DC Multiverse Green Lantern, and the DC Multiverse Flash from the Flash vs. Red Death 2-pack. And this Superman looks great with these guys. I mean, he's classic Superman, and I love it. The only thing I can say about this lineup is I need to pick up some more Justice League members to fill it out. Like, I need the Wonder Woman that DC Multiverse put out a couple months ago. Need to find an Aquaman, and I think I want a new Flash. I don't think this one is bad per se. I just don't like that he's all grim and angry looking. So maybe I just need a new head sculpt for this one. But anyway, that is your comparison with Superman and a few of the Justice League members. And for a Superman comparison, I have 4 Supermen in my review collection. Technically 2, because these 3 are the same. This is the Action Comics 1000 that came with the 2-pack of Devastator, and he has the re-sculpted face where he's all and angry. And this is the Batman vs. Superman Dark Knight Returns Superman from the 2-pack. So, as you can see, you know, I got 2 Supermen in my collection, and they all pretty much look the same. But I do think that the gold label Walmart exclusive is starting to grow on me to be my favorite Superman in my collection. Alright, and that is going to be a comparison with Superman. Moving on. And packed in with Superman, you're going to have an awesome DC flight stand, and I love these things. It's basically 2 parts. You can actually take it apart if you are so inclined. The base here is just a circle that has DC and a foot peg, and you attach this flight arm, and basically you can attach a figure into this little clamp which goes in and out and up and down different ways, and they look like they're flying, and I love these things. All the Superman figures I have and a couple other flying figures came with these, so I got like 3 of them. Also good for Marvel characters that fly, so I really appreciate having a new flight stand in with my characters. And lastly, packed in with Superman is this collector's card. It's a nice piece of artwork with Clark Kent turned into Superman and with Superman Action Comics written on the bottom. And when we turn it around, we can see an awesome little read-up of Superman. So I will scroll in really good there, zoom in, focus, and you could pause the video, read that to your heart's content. But we must be moving onward, so yay! If you like collector's cards, there you go. Alright! And that is going to be Superman's pack-ins. Moving on. And this has been the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Gold Labeled Action Comics Superman, a Walmart exclusive repaint of the original Action Comics 1000 Superman, but with so much more. And I absolutely love this figure. The original Action Comics 1000 Superman was good, but I would argue this reissue is a better figure. The colors are more vibrant. I like the smaller S symbol on the chest. It's a little more proportionate to what Superman's symbol should be, as opposed to going all the way across his chest. Not that there's anything wrong with the original one. Like I said, I'm torn and I could take both of them, but I'm just giving you the positives of why the smaller symbol is actually a little better when it comes to the aesthetic of the figure. The cloth wired cape with the yellow S is superb. McFarlane is starting to give us all cloth wired capes, and he has seen the benefit of it, and this is proof right here. That pose that I have Superman in just looks amazing. As far as accessories, he only comes with alternate hands, but then again, he's Superman. What does he need? As for the articulation, it's good. I did have a little problem getting these butterfly joints to move, but once I applied the heat and readjusted one of the joints, it worked fine, so I'm not too concerned about that. The pack-in accessories of the flight stand, definitely a must-have. I love when I get these flight stands, can definitely pose a lot more figures now. And the trading card, meh, take it or leave it. I am happy that they gave us new artwork though, so that is something. And that's pretty much going to be it for this figure. I highly recommend this figure, especially if you missed the first Action Comics 1000 figure. This is an awesome Superman to have in your collection. And if you are looking for him, he is a Walmart exclusive, which you can find on the shelves right now and online if your local Walmarts have them, for $19.97. Yes, that's right, $20. Usually these things go for $23, $25. I'm not sure why. Maybe Walmart's giving it a discount, but $20 for this awesome Superman figure, and you will not be disappointed in him. All right, guys, that's it. That is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night, and until next time, keep playing.